What's going on, everybody? Hi, back here with another Clash of Clans video, and today we're going to be going over a spam style strategy using the Super Yeti, and we actually got regular Yetis in our clan castle as well. Before I forget, I'm going to drop that Barbarian. You don't want that Barbarian in there. You want your one extra space unoccupied, because most of the time that's what I'm going to be cloning in the army. As you see, instead of running a blimp with the clones, we're actually running a log launcher, so it is a little bit different than what we normally run. So for the equipments, we are running the Earthquake Boot, Spiky Ball, and the King as usual. We've got the action figure with the healer puppet on the Queen. We've got Eternal Tome Rage Gem on the Warden. And then the Hog Puppet and the Electro Boots on the Royal Champion. So I'm going to get into a friendly challenge to show you how this works, and then we'll get into some Legend League attacks. Alright, so this is a very, very simple attack strategy. On this base, since most of the time I'm going to be coming in from the opposite side of the Town Hall, I can't really funnel with just a couple Yetis. So literally all I'm going to do is just drop all my Yetis in a line here and just wait a second for them to start setting the funnel. And then I will drop my heroes in with them as well. Everything just right here in the center. And then we're obviously going to drop our wall breakers in early. We do have some open walls down here. As you see right here and right here are open walls. So we're going to get paths in there anyway. But you want to delay your heroes just a second so you can let your Yetis set that funnel first, because you want your heroes to go into the base. And then obviously we're going to send our log launcher. And you want to pay attention to where you're dropping your log launcher. I want to drop it straight so it's targeting this monolith and then into the Town Hall. And then it can also hit the clan castle troops as well. And then most of the time, I'm going to be cloning the Yetis out of the log launcher. But if you want to clone your super Yetis, you can do that as well. But once the log launcher gets in here, wherever it goes down, it's probably only going to make it behind that monolith, if I had to guess, because we are going to path over that Giga Bomb this time. So we're just going to overlap our clones, something like this, towards the Town Hall. And then we're going to drop the Rage spell down as far close to the Town Hall as we can, because we want that Town Hall to go down, obviously. And all those clones should get a bunch of value there. They should be able to get the Fire Spitters, hopefully get the Town Hall. They'll provide a bunch of distraction for our main push and just add a lot more punch to the attack. So let's hop right into it and see how this works out. We're just going to press play here. Like I said, spam your Yetis down in a line. Get the log launcher in, get the Warden in, because you want that Rage Vial effect to be coming in effect as soon as you possibly can. And I'm usually going to be using an early Warden ability, because we don't have anything to heal. We do have the healers from our healer puppet from our Queen, but that's about it. And I am using that ability right away most of the time. Unfortunately, our log launcher does catch the tornado trap, but if we could just get through that one wall there, which is exactly what happens, that's all we needed. Our Royal Champion's putting in work. It's got the Fox keeping her invisible. As you see, the logs rolling over to kill some of the witches, take out a lot of the health off that Ice Golem. So I'm just kind of waiting for this freeze effect from the Ice Golem to wear off, and then I'm going to clone in just like we planned initially. Clone in towards this Town Hall, and we Rage Spell. Should get the Town Hall no problem. Both the Fire Spitters went down. We can hopefully get these Inferno Towers. Come on, we need to get that multi at the top. Royal Champion's going to get the multi at the bottom. We get the multi at the top, and now all of our troops can just path around the outside. Royal Champion does a good job, gets that multi-gear cannon. We still have a bunch of cloned Yetis here. Obviously, they will run out soon, but a massive pack of Super Yetis. Our King's still alive with his ability. Queen in a compartment, shooting a wall as she usually does, not helping at all. The Queen's always beating on a wall for no reason, even though she could have just, walked up 10 tiles and went around the wall. But that's what the Queen likes to do. So we use the King's Earthquake Boots, gives us access to this last compartment, and look how many troops we still have alive with just a Ricochet Cannon to defend us. Excuse me. I don't even know how many Super Yetis that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. I think there's 6 even. We have a full health Queen. King's still alive. He also still had his Phoenix, so a nice crushing 3-star. As you see, very, very simple attack. Obviously, it's not a meta attack. It's not going to be good as Royal Champion charges or even certain Fireball attacks. But it is a fun strategy to use if you just want to spam stuff in and not think about it. So let's go get into some Legend League replays now, and I'll show you what works in there as well. Alright, so into the first attack, I'm going to be using the log launcher at this corner because, look, it'll line up that single Inferno, the multi-gear cannon, the clan castle, the monolith, and the Town Hall. Obviously, it's not going to get that deep, but we spam all of our Super Yetis in, let them set the funnel. We get the heroes in now, so our heroes should go into the base. We get our wall breakers going in, got another wall breaker going in to open us into that second layer of walls, because it does take the log launcher a while to open them up, obviously. So we get in there. Look at our logs putting in work. That multi-gear cannon goes down really quickly. And if we can just get the walls open behind that clan castle with the log launcher, that's about all the value we need out of that. Then we can clone into the base later. Like I said, you don't always have to wait for your Yetis out of your log launcher either. You could clone your super Yetis if they're in an advantageous spot to do so. And I have done that at certain times, but here obviously we've got the double poison towers, but we do clone our super Yetis this time, clone them forward. Should be able to put in some work here. I don't think we're going to get the Town Hall, just because they are stuck on all these heroes up here. But it's no problem, because our Queen's going to step in, take out that Town Hall. No problem. We have our Giant with a bunch of super Yetis down there, taking out that single Inferno. We've got our Royal Champion putting in work over here with some super Yetis with her as well. And basically all the damage on this base is gone. The most damaging defense left is this Ricochet Cannon, but that's about to get wrecked. Maybe if something would ever target it. Of course the Warden, if the Warden just had a little bit of IQ, he would shoot that one time and get rid of it. But obviously he just targets what everything else is targeting, so we almost lose the Warden there because of it. But it's no big deal. There's nothing left to stop us. There's literally a Tesla and a Wizard Tower. And then an air defense, but obviously that can't target anything. And we still have our ability on our Royal Champion as well. Tons. We still have Yetis and Super Yetis alive down here. Could have swagged the RC ability, but I used it anyway just to help clean up a little bit faster. And we just got a couple storages left, and another nice, easy 3-star. And this base was pretty crushed as well. So I'm going to go hop into another Legend League attack. Alright, so on to the next attack here. We got a kind of simple funnel setup here. If we take out that Archer Tower, it's basically got the funnel set for us already. Everything should funnel right into that Monolith, which is perfect. Get a couple wall breakers down, it'll get us into both of these corners, and then hopefully the next wall breaker will get us broken in behind the Monolith over there. It just depends where it goes. Nope, it runs up into a corner and opens a random wall for some reason. Doesn't even hit the corner, actually. Just opens a random wall and doesn't even get me into the compartment I needed to be in. That was a very stupid wall breaker. But now we're going to switch our attention here to our log launcher. It takes out that Inferno Tower, which is clutch. It's going to open up that wall to the clan castle there, and that actually gives us access to the Town Hall as well. So this time, obviously, I'm going to clone our regular Yetis. I'm going to start cloning towards the Town Hall, rage them up. Fire Spitter goes down. Town Hall is going to get wrecked because we have so many cloned Yetis over there. That Super Dragon getting wrecked by our Royal Champion. We've got our Queen down at the bottom, unfortunately getting targeted by the Scatter Shot. The Super Yetis were just a little bit too slow, so we do end up losing the Queen. Very unlucky. If those Super Yetis could have just got out in front and tanked for her, that would have been clutch. We have lots of troops left. Unfortunately, we have no cleanup over here except for one Archer. But like I said, this is a very fast attack, gutting out the core. So you'll have plenty of time to clean up on the backside. That's why I don't bother adding any cleanup troops to this, because time has never been a factor. I have had a couple regular fails because I just didn't get very good value out of my clones and didn't get into the core and get that core wiped out quick enough. So it just did a lot of damage on our troops. But I'm going to 2x through this, actually, because this is pretty simple. I mean, we still had our ability from our Royal Champion, too. Could have swagged it again. Giant still alive. Phoenix up here putting in work, and we still have that Archer. So it looks a lot closer than the other attacks, obviously, but really it wasn't that close, because we could have used that RC ability to get through if there was any more defenses. That Giant could have done a good job tanking. And another nice 3-star. So I've got one more Legend League attack for you guys, and I'll catch you guys on that one. Alright, into the final attack. This is a pretty similar style base as the last one. And we do have double Invis towers, but I'm not worried about it whatsoever because obviously we have that log launcher. So this time I'm actually going to drop a couple of Super Yetis to start funneling. I was hoping for some reason that wall breaker would target this outside set of walls. I figured it probably wouldn't, but I dropped one anyway just to see. We do get through with the log launcher in a hurry nonetheless. Unfortunately, we do pull a Super Dragon out of the clan castle, which is going to be annoying here because our troops are going to get frozen up by that Ice Golem. So he had perfect timing there on his defensive clan castle. But it's not going to matter. We're going to delay our Royal Champion a little bit, send her in. Super Dragon does go down. We get into this compartment here. Unfortunately, we don't quite open those walls because of that Super Dragon, which was really unfortunate. So I'm going to try to clone these Yetis across the walls. And you want to clone the Yetis, if at all possible, and not the Yeti Mites, because you just get more value that way now with the Yeti Mite nerf. Fortunately, the Town Hall doesn't go down, but we're getting good value over here on the flanks. If we could have opened those two walls there with that log launcher, if it would have just stayed alive for 1 or 2 more shots, that would have been huge for us. But of course, that didn't happen, because that Super Dragon and Ice Golem just timed perfectly for the defender here to where I was frozen up and got some damage put on me by that Ice Golem, or by that Super Dragon rather, while the Ice Golem had me frozen. As you see, we still have plenty of troops alive here. Our RC is forced to ability, but we still have lots of Super Yetis up here alive. King goes to Phoenix. Hopefully he can take out that Monolith. Oh, last shot takes out the Monolith. That was clutch. That's why I love having... Oh, wow, that Town Hall almost went down. That's why I love having Phoenix on the King, because he can get clutch value like that. can't believe that Town Hall stayed up with that little HP. That was really unlucky for us. We still have healers on all these Super Yetis. And the Rage Vial on our Warden. Our Warden does go down, but what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I count at least 5 Super Yetis in there. So there's no way this Town Hall can stop us. We're going to 2x through this because we're probably going to have to beat through a wall here. Because I don't know how many Electromites there are left to spawn, if any. So they're probably going to have to beat through the wall here. But one shot and this Town Hall is going to go down. Luckily, we still have the healers, so that poison isn't going to do anything. We get the Town Hall down. Oh, there's a troll Tesla down here, of course. And the minion prince can't do anything about it. We run right by him, get the Tesla, no problem, another 3-star. So this is, again, like I said, not a meta attack, but it is a really fun spam attack strategy if this is the type of strategy you guys like to use. It's kind of fun using the clones with a log launcher instead of a blimp like we're used to. I really like it. It worked out well for me the first time using it. So let me know how it works out for you guys in the comments. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.